Good evening and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. It's the Bluegrass Truck Series live at Texas. Joined with me is Bryce Hunter. Bryce, welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me again.
Definitely glad to have you. We wanted to take a moment this week. Last week, Jason Collins' father passed away. So the next three races, it's Dwayne Collins Memorial here at Texas. First off with the Truck Series. And final practice is wrapping up. Bryce, what are these drivers in for?
Man, they're in for a wild race tonight. The restarts here are going to be insane. They're going to be beating banging here going to turn one, and they're going to be loose as crap coming off of turn number two. And as long as the longer the run goes, the tighter these cars are going to get.
So there's something, aren't they? It's definitely going to be a handful out here tonight. And let's see here. First, onto the track in car number 19. It's Chris Blanchard. Chris Blanchard in truck number 19 from Clinton, Maine. Nice looking truck there as we transition to the nighttime here at Texas. 2 laps these drivers have. Do you go all out at the very beginning or do you wait?
On this track, your second lap's the quickest, so you really want to keep the momentum up on your first lap, and your second lap here is what mainly your time's going to be measured off of. Get that good run off the turn 4 and soar through turn 1. As long as you keep turn 1 and 2 clean, you'll make a good lap.
All right. Also coming on to the track, truck number 97 is Alex Healy. Now, if he loses tonight, it's Haley the rest of the season.
He did that in the driver's meeting, and I cracked up.
So, Alex Healy out on the track right now from Columbus, Ohio. Truck number 97. Chris Blanchard goes quick time. You see Gary there, second. 0.04 off. Look at Alex Healy in that third position. He's a lot off compared to the leader, huh?
Yeah, but that's the first lap. The second, I'm curious to see what he does the second lap here.
Well, it looked like he almost made contact with an outside wall. Surely that was going to help him. But he comes out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Let's see if he improves. He goes to 6 quick. Tyler.
That was a good
that was definitely a great rebound. Next on the track, truck number 81 is Taylor Peacock. Taylor Peacock in number 81 on the track. He's 6th quickest on his first time lap. Stephen Choate in the 27 truck from Billings.
That is Montana.
There you go. I want to say BJ said it was something else not a while ago, but last week, and I did correct him because I didn't want to. I was like, I knew my states until BJ said it wrong. Stephen Choate there in the 27. He makes contact with the outside wall down the first straightaway. That lap will not count. Next on the track, you see truck number 69 from Calhoun, Georgia. It's Keith Hackney. Keith Hackney in the 69. He's had some good runs.
Yeah, he's been on a roll here. I'm curious to see how he's going to run tonight. This track's going to be very difficult for these drivers. I'm really looking forward to see how our first night race this season is going to be working out too.
Definitely. Also on track is Brad Gibhart in the 44 truck from Jacksonville, Illinois. Trying to make some steam there. 34 drivers here tonight. And you said you had some notes for qualifying.
Yes, we do have some no qualifying tonight. Josh Lockwood and Bobby Matuszewski is not qualifying tonight due to late payments. But that is it. There's no probations, and that is the only two not qualifying tonight regarding penalty. There could be no qualifying due to choice, but that is the only two due to penalties.
All right, Brad Gebhardt goes 14th quickest, going back to Keith Hackney. He crosses the start-finish line. He goes quick time with a 29.83.
That's a fantastic lap here. I expect these drivers, as soon as I see that some of these drivers are going to get down to the 29.7s. I'm calling it.
Well, from Salina, Kansas, it's Casey Barlow with that 13 truck down the back straightaway. He's had some good strong runs, had some mishaps, but some good strong runs for that man.
Yeah, Casey is a multi-talented driver. He's raced, I believe, in all 3 series so far this year, and he's impressed me in every single one of them. He's smart, he's cool, calm, collected, but he'll put the bumper to you if he needs to.
He's right now 13th quickest. Also the truck number 113 is Daniel Worthington. Daniel Worthington in the 113.
Josh Abbey and Keith Hackney ran the exact same lap time. You don't see that every day.
You definitely don't. So scores Abbey because his last name starts with an H or even the J is before the K. So he'd be scored as your pole sitter right now. You look at Daniel Worthington, he's 18th quickest. 24 drivers have taken the time here at Texas.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, guys, but our good buddy Steven, the number 7, just came in, and he wanted me to let you guys know that it's pronounced chote.
Hey.
So I just thought I'd come do that because he came and asked me to do that. So it's Steven Choate.
Okay. There you go.
He asked me to come in here and tell y'all that specifically.
All right.
Shaking my head right now, by the way. I'm leaving, guys. See you. Good luck tonight.
Next on the track is Travis 20 and a 29 machine. From Polk County, North Carolina. Well, Bryce, he comes around.
It looks like if he keeps this corner clean here, it looks like he might have a good run down this backstretch. It looks like he will. Currently, he is sitting P25, and I'm sure he will improve on the second lap.
Definitely. The 25th truck out so far.
Yeah, I expect there's going to be some no qualifying tonight due to choice because listening to some of these drivers before the start of the race, they were telling me how on 4 clean, fresh tires from the beginning of this race, every restart, the restarts are going to be very tricky to navigate through, and especially the exit on turn 2. It kind of reminds me of the next-gen cars at turn 4 at Auto Club a couple weeks ago, and that's how these truck drivers are kind of describing turn number 2 right now.
All right. Well, we're waiting for the rest of the drivers to come on. It's 25 drivers. You got Osborne, Abbey, Hackney, Barlow, and Blanchard, your top 5 so far qualifying.
Yeah, as we wait here for the cars to grid up, I feel like I should go over some trends for tonight. Little race. So stage break is at 40. These drivers will have 3 sets of tires laying in the pits, 3 sets of stickers. and they have one set on the tire, or one set of tires on the truck as they start the race here. The main keys to victory tonight is to keep your truck clean tonight. Make sure you have your clean passes. Make sure you keep. Basically, don't make anyone mad. Don't give anyone a reason to damage your truck. Don't damage your own truck. It's going to get tight coming off of turn 2 and turn 4 tonight. So as long as you take care of your tires, take care of your truck, you should be in good shape tonight. And they also get around 23 to 25 laps of fuel on a full tank tonight. And these trucks do run 50% fuel capacity. So that is around 23 to 25 laps per stint.
Well, as we're waiting for these other drivers, if they're going to qualify, we got Wes, and they don't. So qualifying is over. Let's go ahead and look at your qualifying results here on the board. Ed Osborne, Josh Abbey, Keith Hackney, Casey Barlow, Chris Blanchard, your top 5. And are you ready? It's time for your starting grid. On the pole tonight in truck number 42, it's Ed Osborne. To his outside, it's Josh Abbey.
In row number 2, we got Keith Hackney in the 3rd position. We got Casey Barlow starting off 4th.
Row number 3 will be Chris Blanchard in the Misfit Motorsports, truck number 19. And to his outside, in truck number 18, it's Gary Zazorsky. Yes.
All right, starting in road number 4 from Mid-South, we got Logan Smith in the 85 truck, and from Wind Smith Racing, we got Ryan Sizemore in the 51, starting 8th.
Your road number 5, BTJ Hanley, and to his outside, Brad Giphart in the 44.
In the 94, we got Bobby Hall Jr., and then in the 48, we got Robbie Richards.
Your 7th row will be Justin White in the Simbox Motorsports, and to his outside from Pennsylvania, truck number 113 is Daniel Worthington.
We got Tyler Peacock starting 15th. We got Josh Clemens in the number 7 truck starting 16th.
Rolling off 17th tonight, be Nathan Mashcroft in the 5 machine, and to his outside is Joey Doucette in the 16.
In the 38, we got David Brackett starting 19th from Team New England, and starting 20th, Alan Duranko in the 4th truck, starting for Flex Motorsports.
Rolled off 21st tonight, it'd be Ailey. Alex Healy in the 97. To his outside is Brad Terry.
Rolling off position 23, we got Travis Tweedy in the 29 truck, and rolling off 24th, we got Cody Verrill in the 11 truck.
Rolling off 25th night, be Jason Bridges in the high side Hustler Motorsports, truck number 34. To his outside, it's Kyle Harbin in the Southern Grown Motorsports, truck number 23.
From Ron Morris Racing, we got Ron Morris Jr. starting 27th. And from Texas, we got Wes Wiggin in the 88 truck starting 28th.
Rode off 29th is CJ Mason. And to his outside is Michael McClure in the 15 truck.
We got in the 31st position rolling off, we got Bobby Maduchevsky in the 72 truck and David Proctor in the 9.
And why don't you do the next row for me? The final row.
Starting off in the final row, we got in the 27 truck, Stephen Choate. And in the 34th position, we got Josh Lockwood in the 6 machine.
A little bit different what you got to do last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, very.
A lot more relaxed, huh?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun last night.
A little different, a little more relaxed, and you know what? On a big platform, congratulations on doing that. Hey, guess what? Ed Osborne bringing us to the green flag.
Yeah, Ed Osborne side by side with Josh Abbey heading into turn number 1. Looks like Ed Osborne's going to be bumper to bumper with Josh Abbey. Looks like Josh Abbey might be able to clear him coming off of turn number 2.
Osborne in the 42, side by side with the 06 and Josh Abbey. They're side by side. Keith Hackney in that 3rd position. Then you got Casey Barlow, Chris Blanchard, and Gary all right there in the top 6. But they're side by side at the flag stand. Get Josh Abbey with lap number 1.
That was an outstanding first lap here. These trucks are extremely loose right now. These truck drivers are fighting. They're beating and banging off each other. Seeing fantastic start of this race and keeping these trucks very clean right now.
As you look at these drivers, you see a lot of 2x2 action a little further back. Keith Hackney, he's being patient right now in that third spot. As you see Osborne and Abbey, they're battling still side by side. Abbey will have it at the line for lap number 2. Now Abbey clears Osborne for the race lead as they head off into turn number 1. Now look at Hackney. He's on the outside of Osborne. Osborne with momentum in the run on the inside there. Hackney will fall on. He makes a little contact with the outside wall. Look at Casey Barlow going to the inside of Hackney going into turn number 3.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake getting in the wall there. It's way too early to be pushing your truck like that. What he's doing right there, he's burning off his right front tire trying to turn that wheel. And what that did is got in his wall. I think it was that right front fender. Again, the same air dependency here as an auto club. So he keep this truck clean tonight.
Then you look at Ryan Sizemore and Gary there. They're balanced side by side. And then you got TJ Hanley and Logan Smith there. Logan into 85, right behind Hanley. That's for 9th position. This track is getting really racy at the beginning of the stages, as we are 5 laps in the books for tonight's 100-lap event.
Yeah, these drivers, they're going wheel to wheel right now. And remember, if there's a wreck between the first 10 laps of the race, the cause of the incident is on probation for 2 weeks. So even though these drivers are racing hard, they are in the back of their mind, they have to know, if I cause a caution, I'm on probation for 2 weeks. That means they can't qualify. And these drivers, even though that, they know that, they're still racing hard and taking that risk. And honestly, I totally respect it.
As we look at the drivers coming to the start-finish line, the flag stand. Here we go. Good racing, side by side, all the way through the field.
It's like the leaders here are starting to get single filed out here. That's what the leaders want to happen now they can run their rhythm and save their tires, because tire saving, there's going to be so much tire fall off in the middle of these runs, and these drivers need to start saving.
Yes, they do, but right now they're going pretty good. As you look at Chris Blanchard there in the 19 truck, he's up 1 spot, up to that 4th position, as he just got around Ryan Sizemore in the 51 truck. TJ Hanley there in that 6th position. You got Gary, Robbie Richards, Logan Smith, and Tyler Peacock, your top 10. There's Tyler Peacock looking to the inside of Logan Smith there. Smith in the 85 truck falls back to 10th. And this is a battle for 9th and 10th on the board. As you see Peacock, he does clear Smith there.
Yeah, and this track is extremely hard to pass, so track position is absolutely crucial. And these drivers, even though they're going to have their runs coming down the back stretch and on the front stretch, if respectful racing happens, they're going to want to lift and let their cars battle through at the turns and take the battle again on the front and back stretch.
Josh Abbey continues to lead lap number 8 of 100. Ed Osborne in the 42 truck in 2nd. He was your pole sitter tonight for the Dwayne Collins Memorial. Casey Barlow still in that 3rd position. Chris Blanchard, Ryan Sizemore, your top 5. TJ Hanley, Robbie Richards, 6th and 7th. Gary Jazorski there in 8th. 9th is Tyler Peacock. 10th is Logan Smith.
As we reach 30 to go into the stage here, these truck drivers, they know the stage is absolutely crucial when it comes to playoff points. The more you further finish up in the standings from 1 through 10, you finish first, you get maximum points for the stage and 1 playoff point for the playoffs. So these drivers know how crucial these points are going to be.
Definitely, as we're into the night, starting to get nighttime here at Texas. Different look than we've been used to, been daylight races. Now we got a race that transitions into the night. As we're on lap number 11 down the back straightaway, Josh Abbey continues to lead in a 0-6 truck with Ed Osborne in the 42 and 2nd, Casey Barlow and Chris Blanchard and TJ Handley. Coming to the line, 12 laps in the books. Look a little further back there in 17th position. Truck number 5 is Nathan Mashcroft there. Battling with Alex Healy. In the 97, Josh Coleman and Brad Gebhardt is in 20th position.
It's really surprising how these cars are still running this close together. Usually by now, these trucks and any other NASCARs are actually starting to get spread out. So I'm really happy to see how close these guys are racing still.
Oh yes, good fast racing here at Texas as we're looking from the stands point of view on the front straightaway. You see the drivers head down that back straightaway into turn number 3. This is a good little view. You see a lot of the trucks there as they come out turn number 4 down the front straightaway in that little travel.
Yeah, these dog legs on these trioval tracks like here, Atlanta, Charlotte, they get really sketchy, especially if you're double wide coming through that, because it kind of bottlenecks you and it gets really hairy. Sometimes they have to go on the grass. Sometimes, a lot of the times, where most incidents do happen, because when they get too wide like that, they get shoved in and it bottlenecks, and it's just a recipe for disaster.
That one camera must have been flipped over or ran over because it sure was showing upside down. As you look right now, second place has changed hands. Give it to Casey Barlow there. Now up to second. And Osborne falls back to third. Then you see Chris Blanchard in the 19th there. Still in that fourth position with TJ Hanley in third. Sizemore, Richards, Peacock, White, and Smith, your top 10 here at Texas for the Dwayne Collins Memorial. You're watching Ultimate Dirt TV. Well, let me ask you this question. What do you think? When's pit stops? When do you think they start planning for pit stops?
Well, I expect pit stops to start coming along within the next, within the next 5 or 6 laps here, because their fuel mileage goes from 23 to 25 laps, and they can pit once. They had to get close to that 25 lap mark, make it to the end of the stage. And I do expect a lot of fuel onlys here. People were saying too that right side tires later on in the race might become a factor in that too. So race strategy tonight is going to be really important as well.
Look at TJ Handley there in the 08 on the inside of Chris Blanchard on the outside. Blanchard now scored a 5th. TJ Handley is up 5 positions. He rolled off 9th. And on lap 18, he has a top 5 right now in that 4th position.
Absolutely. Funny you say moving up. Keith Hackney, who started in 3rd place, is now in 19th. He's dropped 16 positions since he hit that wall.
Yep, the little mistake there, some damage. Upset the truck a little bit. Follow back. Just trying to hang in there to the first pit stop.
That damage made him very aerotight. And when you get aerotight like that, especially on a track like Texas, it's a recipe for disaster because you have to use more of your right front tire. And the more you use that right front tire, the slower you end up going to be in the long run.
As you're watching mid-pack, 18th, 19th, and 20th. Josh Clemens in the 20th position there in the 7 truck. As we're on lap number 20 here at Texas, the battle is shaping up for your race lead. Look at Barlow looking to the outside of Abbey there.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Casey's laps here, especially in practice and in the beginning of this race here in my own POV here, and he is really backing up these corners, allowing his truck, to travel down to that bottom white line and able to get that huge run coming off the turn 2 and turn 4.
As
He's really saving his tires.
He definitely is, but you look at it down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Look at the gap that won it first and second half over your third place of TJ Hanley there. As we show the tracker, you can see Barlow right up on the hip pocket of Abby there. As they look at the put Michael McCooley there, a lap down. As trucks have started to make a pit stop there, you see the 69 truck of Keith Hackney pulling in. Let's see if he gets his damage fixed.
Depends on how much it is. I don't expect him to stay long in the pits and risk 1 laps down. I don't expect a lot of cautions tonight, and it's going to be really hard for him to get laps back.
As you look down the back straightaway, Abby is now pulled away from Casey Barlow. Barlow was right up on him, and he's falling back. We're about 4 truck lengths back. As you're right, let's see here.
These 2 leaders are now pitting.
The other 2 leaders are pitting, but there's Keith Hackney now just pulling off the track.
It's like I'm not saying correct. It looks like he ended up getting his damage repaired or the most of it fixed, and it looks like he will pay the price on going a lap down here.
Your new race leader is Chris Blanchard in the 19 truck. Coming down the back straightaway, he's going to put Hackney another lap down here at Texas. Pit stops happening on lap number 24. Now look at Chris Blanchard. He's slowed down. He's fixing to make his pit stop. So is Gary. And Alex Healy there making his pit stop. Brad Gebhardt. There you see CJ Mesa there pulling in. There's Josh Abbey, currently sitting in 8th. That's the blend line on the back straightaway. Look at Barlow. Not letting no time go to waste as he's already looking to the outside of Abbey. Casey Barlow in the 8th position. Coming out turn number 4 down the dog leg. Casey Barlow will be your new race leader in that 13 machine.
That is unfortunate for Josh Abbey. It looks like he might have gotten a penalty on that green flag pit stop. Has to come down, service penalty, and surrender the lead to Casey Barlow.
And there you look at Taylor Peacock in that 2nd position. The 81 truck. A little way back there from Casey Barlow. Then you got Justin White and then Joey Doucette there in the 16. And TJ Hanley there in 5th. That's your top 5 here at Texas for the Dwayne Collins Memorial Truck Race. You're watching the Bluegrass Truck Series live on Ultimate Dirt TV. Barlow continues to lead out of turn number 4, down the dog leg. Completes lap number 26. BJ has joined us. Welcome, BJ, to the booth.
Hello, hello.
Well, so far, a very interesting first 27 laps. We got to see the 69 truck of Keith Hackney. He started outside front row. Made a little mistake off of turn number 2. Hit the outside wall. Fell back. Got some damage repair. He's a couple laps down. So it's been exciting, but caution-free so far here at Texas.
Another fantastic race on the way with this truck series. Looking now at Peacock there in the 81 machine. Still sitting 2nd. Sitting about 3 seconds back from the leader of Casey Barlow. Got a very strong truck still early on. Drivers are all spread out after those pit stops. So we're looking right about 20 to 25 laps. So right around lap number 40 to 50. We'll see more pit stops that might bring them back in together. Allow Peacock to get back up there as Peacock surrenders 2nd to Justin White.
Yeah, as you say that, because you said 40 is the next pit stop stage, but actually the stage break is at lap 40, so they will have a pit stop just like you predicted.
Ooh. Very nice.
Athens, Tennessee driver Justin White battling with Peacock. Peacock on this outside. This is a battle for second on lap number 30. 10 laps to go before the stage break. Right now, Casey Barlow way out in front down the long back straightaway with Keith Hackney. He's currently running 26 on the board. There you see TJ Hanley there. Just read the thing. -10 points for a new paint job. Worth it? I don't know.
That's a great use of SDK. I love it.
That is. I don't know. It might be worth it. You let me know at the end of the night. He's so far running in that 6th position.
Just taking a quick look. Still working on getting myself caught back up as I've just joined everybody back in. But Hackney currently sitting right behind the leader, very slowly catching up to him. He's only 1 lap down. If he can get that lap back before the stage break, that's going to put Hackney in good seating for the remainder of the race coming back after the stage. You see him right there on board with him now, looking at the back of Casey Barlow's machine. Sticking it right down there on that line. I know from personal experience, just recently actually running down there on that inside line, man, if you cut down and touch that apron just a little bit, Bryson, man, these trucks go wild up to the wall.
Yeah, when these trucks, they're very touchy. You get below that white line there on the apron. And from experience, if you hit that apron even on a long run, your truck shoots to the wall and good luck catching it. Usually if you go to the wall, you try to catch it, oversteer, and you hit face first in the wall. And you don't want that either. That's almost worse. It is worse.
Absolutely.
Justin White. There you see Justin White in the 2 truck. Currently runs second. Robbie Richards up 9 positions from start of the race. Currently running third at a 48. Looking to the outside of White. This is a battle for second as they head down the back straightaway. The 48. I believe that says the Mission 22 on the side of the truck.
Definitely looks that way.
As he takes over second, Robbie Richards. Justin White falls back to third. And there is Tyler Peacock. Out of pit road, he ran second for a little bit. He's fallen back to fourth. Look at Joey DeSette there. Into 16. The butt kicker machine. Then 6 is TJ Hanley. Daniel Worthington up to 7th. There's Steven there in the 27. Nathan Mashcroft in the 5, the Flow Racing number 5 truck. And then Alex Healy there in 10th in that 97 truck. He's up 10 spots. He wants to make sure I don't call him Haley the rest of the season.
The last couple laps by, the fastest truck on track right now is the second place runner of Robbie Richards. He has actually closed down the gap between him and the leader from 4 seconds to 2 seconds over just the last 4 laps. Robbie Richards running down Casey Barlow. You know he's going to be looking for that lead as fast as possible before the stage break.
As you look at the battle box there on the right-hand side of your screen, it shows you he's catching them. Just got to make you wonder. They got 2 laps to go before the stage break. He's probably saying, I'm going to give it all my all right now.
Absolutely. He's running a little over a half a second faster than Casey Barlow lap after lap. On asphalt, that doesn't mean quite as much as what we're used to over on dirt. A half second is a long time, and you see it right there. He's just moved past Hackney and running down Barlow extremely quick. He's got 2 laps to go to do it this time across the line.
All right, lap number 39. Well, bring us home, Dana. I'm Bryce.
I was like, who's
I'm like,
Daniel?
it's Daniel. Hey, I gotta tell you, I name you up here too. It doesn't matter. A battle for your race lead out turn number 4.
Absolutely. KC Barlow takes the inside line, and it looks like Robbie Richards is going to take him on the outside. Like I said, it's going to get really hairy here going into turn 1. It's like they're going to be making here. KC Barlow takes the inside line. That's right now. That's still the preferred line. And he's going to be able to make sure you get that truck rotated. It's like Robbie Richards might have the momentum and clear him on the backstretch.
Robbie Richards scored the lead the last time by, and he has secured it now as he is officially in front of the 13 of Barlow, going down into turn number 3, coming out of turn number 4 now.
And Robbie Richards will bring home the stage win. Absolutely wonderful drive from Robbie and Casey Barlow.
Definitely a good run to the end. That's going to be 10 points plus a playoff point to Robbie Richards for the stage win on that one.
As you look at the stage and tower, Richards, Barlow, White, Dissett, Peacock, Hanley, Steven, Daniel Worthington, Alex, Haley. Maybe if I egg him on a little bit, he might win this thing. And Nathan Bashcroft, your top 10. Healy!
I want to give a huge shout out to the 27 of Stephen Choate. He's up 26 positions to the start of this race to end up getting 7th on the stage. From starting way back to getting 7th, that's a heck of a drive so far. Good job to him.
Well, you know, Jason Bridges posted on the thing on the YouTube side on the Bluegrass. You can go to his Facebook page, facebook.com/Jason Bridge. Visit his little fan page there. Give him a like, a follow, befriend him, be nice to him, show him some love.
Absolutely. It's always good to show support to the competitors here. Keeps them encouraged to keep racing. And Steve, without the drivers, we have no race to broadcast.
That is very true. Well, it's not a real caution. It is a stage break. But remember, Blanchard's Towing, your sponsor for the cautions. Blanchard's Towing, servicing Central Maine and beyond. If you need a tow, give them a call at 207-817-0105. All right, the race off of pit road. Give it to Haley or Healy. I almost said a bad word then. It's a good thing I didn't say that. I was like, oh, shoot.
Good catch. Good catch.
I messed that up. Healy to the lead.
There you go. And also, I want to shine light on this too. Even through all his early frustrations and incident, Keith Hackney is back on the lead lap with all his damage repaired. So good job to him, and look forward to see how he can work his way back up to the field.
Definitely. He'll roll off on this restart here. Let's see. He's currently running 17th. Right behind him is Bobby Matuszewski.
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 Yeah. Matuszewski. There you go. I just got to hear you say it correctly, then I can say it.
All right. Well, I'm going to go take a look, see if we can't get a quick word with Robbie Richards. So I'm going to give a shout to their pit crew real fast, see if he's free. And I'll be right back.
10-4.
Barlow goes into the pits in second. He'll roll off second. Robbie Richards, your stage winner, he comes off of pit road in fourth.
And speaking of Robbie, our stage winner, we got him on the comms now. Robbie, fantastic run there to the end of the stage. You just shot off like a rocket came right up through there and took it the last 2 laps. Tell us how that truck's feeling right now.
Yeah, man, everything's great. I unfortunately made a mistake. I didn't want to take tires. And I wanted to save a set case of lead caution, but I forgot to uncheck them. And by the point, it was too late. So I just figured I'd run it out and try to go ahead and get stage points with it, and it worked out.
It definitely did. I mean, you were flying through the field. It looked like everybody else was sitting still. You were over half a second faster than the rest of the field on the last laps of the stage there. What do we have to look forward to seeing you try to come back up through the rest of the race here?
Yeah, man, we're gonna try to just bide our time, stay out of trouble. I'm gonna have to save some tires here. I don't know how it's gonna look towards the end. So we'll go from there and see how it ends up. I don't really have a plan per se yet.
Alrighty, well, congratulations again on the stage win. We're gonna let you get to it. Lights are out. Where are you at on the in the Discord?
Misfits.
Misfits. Alrighty, thank you for the interview.
All right, Alex Healy will bring us to the green. With David Barlow to his outside, Nathan Bashcroft, Robbie Richards on road number 2, Justin White, Joey DeSette there in road number 3, Taylor Peacock, and TJ Hanley in road number 4. The drivers go into turn number 3. Alex has the field in his hands. Will Casey Barlow put heavy pressure on him at the very beginning, or will he sit back and save some fresh rubber for a little bit? What do you think?
It's going to be very hard for him to save, especially with him being up front like this. As the pace car dives the pit road and the field's in the hand of Alex Healy, and he's off. Casey Barlow doesn't really get the good jump as he needed there. Alex Healy's going to clear him going into turn number 1, nice and easy.
Down into turn number 1, top 3 are going to single file it out. Barlow's going to drop to the inside behind Healy. Absolutely love these speed shots. Now Barlow's going to look to the inside of Healy, trying to take that lead away from him early on in the stage. Good shot of the underside of the track.
Yeah, the truck hit it and it knocked it upside down. I don't know how to explain that one, but it's there.
We'll just chop that up to we'll say Hackney caught it when he hit the wall earlier.
There you go.
I wonder if we can pay us some money to get it replaced.
Now, I want to point out something here. When Alex Healy went to the high side in turn 3 and 4, the 2 bottom trucks of Casey and Robbie Richards blew right by him. So that's really speaking to me that the bottom line on these restarts are really going to be the call, not the high line.
And you got to think he's putting mental note in his head now, knowing what to do if there's another restart.
Absolutely, for sure. As they're coming off turn number 4, now our stage winner of Robbie Richards sitting in 2nd. You see Healy now in 3rd. As we look a little bit further back, Peacock currently running in that 6th position right now and got a very strong looking truck as it looks like he's very slightly peeking around the outside of the single file line in front of him. He is wanting to go, and there he goes now off of turn number 4.
Well, good side-by-side action throughout the field. You see CJ Mason there and the 21 truck. Right above them is Bobby and Ryan. Battle is side by side, and a little further back there you see Keith Hackney currently running 24th. 28 drivers on the lead lap. Josh Abbey is currently 28th.
Yeah, I believe that Keith Hackney might have more damage than what we've been reporting. Looks like he might have some engine damage, and that's why he's continuing to fall back even if he has his damage repaired.
Well, let's see here. You know, it's been over a week since I played with these things. Let's look at the driver input. We're going to watch Keith Hackney for a lap. Look at the driver input. You see that gray line? It's kind of flat there.
Yeah, usually on this front stretch here, you are wide open coming around 3 and 4 and onto the front stretch. A lot of these trucks, I know in the Cup cars, you're able to hold down wide open in 3 and 4. I believe you can do this with the trucks as well. I'm curious to see if that's the case.
So now let's go to your race leader, Casey Barlow, and let's look at his. As Robbie Richards in his hip pocket going into turn number 1. As you look at Barlow, his is up, down. He's on the gas, on the brake, on the gas, letting off a little bit. Now it does flatten out, going down the back straightaway into turn number 3. But that just shows you the difference between Hackney and your race leader, Casey Barlow.
Yeah, Barlow definitely having to give it a lot more control in the throttle and everything with having full power. Hackney, it definitely shows where he does have some engine damage, where he is falling back. Unless Hackney's just running slower pace right now, trying to save his stuff, since he did get that damage earlier on. The drivers up front pulling away by just a little over a second right now as Richards takes the lead from Barlow.
Look at Joey to sit there in that third spot, holding off Taylor Peacock and TJ Hanley. And, you know, let me say this real quick. Where is our guy? Where is he at?
Healy has fallen back to
17th position at 14 laps.
Healy definitely looks as though he did not take tires or something there on that pit stop, unless he was really laid back. And looking at his pit time, no, he did not take tires. All he took was fuel. He does a 7-second pit stop to everybody else's 14, 15, and 16-second pit stops. So Healy's on a massive disadvantage right now, but he's working on his race strategy, trying to save those tires for the end of the race.
And, you know, Casey Barlow and Robbie Richards, they continue to battle side by side. And you know this can't be good for those tires.
No, absolutely not. While these two are battling up front, the third place car and fourth place cars have now entered the picture of Joey Doucette and Tyler Peacock. They want to see these two up front battling as hard as they are.
They're bringing Hanley right along with them. We're fixing to have a 5-car battle for the lead at the rate that they are going. Looks like the leaders might be settling down a little bit with Barlow back out in front once again, but these three locked up together are still catching up to him. We're on board right now with the 08 of TJ Hanley.
As you can listen to him as he's on and off the gas. He was on the gas quite a bit in turn number 2 there.
Yeah, as soon as they can get the truck slowed down and make sure that front end rotates down, they can hammer that gas and head on out.
Looking at
all about. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
It's really about getting the truck slowed down enough to make sure that front end turns, just like on dirt. Make sure you have the truck pointed straight off the corner to make a clean exit and get the momentum.
As we look at the fan cam that's in the stands, you can see Casey Barlow out front with Robbie Richards, Joey Doucette, Taylor Peacock, and TJ Hanley, your top 5. And your top 5 is pulled away from the rest of the field.
They absolutely have, but Steve, we're looking at that 20-lap marker on the next time by. Within the next 5 laps, we're going to be seeing trucks coming down pit road. That's going to be changing up the game massively. Really curious to see how long these top 5 are going to try to hold on to it and stay out in front with pit stops running soon.
Look at Joey Doucette there, makes the move for second. As Richards falls back to third. Now look at Peacock. He's looking underneath of Richards for that third spot. Richards battles back out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Peacock falls back in line. Some good racing up front. Now look at Richards to the inside of Joey Doucette there. Side by side for that second spot as they come out of turn number 4.
Yeah, I was kind of worried there for a minute that Robbie Richards was going to start falling back because he was burning up his tires from fighting for the lead up there with Casey Barlow. But looks like he might have fallen back into line here and able to regain the spot third for now.
As you look on board of Robbie Richards momentarily, the 48 truck. You're watching the Bluegrass Truck Series, the Dwayne Collins Memorial, live here on Ultimate Dirt TV.
As trucks begin to call out their pit stops coming this lap, top 5 have still not made any calls on whether or not they are pitting yet. They're still holding on, still running strong as they have pulled away. Looks like it's going to be almost a second to the 6th place car back behind. Drivers flying around this track. You see the 6th place car back there, and then back a little bit further you see 7th and 8th battling side by side for that position. Pit stops are underway.
As we look, you see Mashcroft on pit road, Gary on pit road. Casey Barlow continues to lead. Joey Dissett there in second. Richards, Hanley, and Peacock, your top 5.
Yeah, on these green flag pit stops here, I expect everyone to take 4 fresh tires here. I expect a lot of them saved their first set during the first stage, so they have most of these drivers now will have at least 2 sets for the end of this race.
Back up front, you see Casey Barlow continues to lead as we're on lap number 64 of 100. As you barely hear pitting this time, Justin White heading to pit road in the 2 machine. Bobby is on pit road. Pit strategy is a little different this time than we saw at the beginning of the first round of pit stops.
Yeah, these drivers now, they are pushing to the end of this race. The first race of the night is over. Now is the second race where we go from the stage to the end. And these drivers know how many tires they have set left in the bank and how much fuel they need in this race. And more likely we have to pit again.
Ooh. We was on board with Taylor Peacock. Comes in hot and heavy. Spins out on pit road.
Steve, are you up to it again?
I don't know how to answer that one. But Salina, Kansas driver Casey Barlow continues to lead here at Texas as he comes through the dog leg, completes lap number 67.
Top 3 continue to pull away while pit stops are underway. We hear the leader calling out. He is pitting this time around. 16 of, there it is, to say the 16 of Doucette has not called it out. Neither has Robbie Richardson of 48. We have the top 2 coming down this time. Richards still holding on to the lead.
As we're on board with Casey Barlow as he makes his pit stop.
I believe Robbie Richards did call it out, but he got rudely interrupted by another driver.
Richards is on pit road, and TJ Hanley is our new leader.
TJ Hanley in the 08 machine.
Oh, and a massive wrench thrown in the works as caution flag waves. These trucks that are on pit road and the trucks that just went a lap down due to this are now in a major hole to try to climb out of. All of our drivers that were just leading the race are now sitting a lap down, getting ready to head in after the caution is done.
Yes, that definitely throws a wrinkle in a lot of things, and my heart goes out to race control because it absolutely sucks when this happens.
The 11 machine of Cody Verrill there just loses it off of pit road.
Yeah, it's a classic case of marbles getting down there on the apron, cold tires, and a little too much throttle with a low gear trying to get off pit road and get up to pace. seen it happen, had it happen. It's a very easy thing to do because a lot of marbles get thrown down there onto the apron during green flag racing.
Unfortunately, yeah, we see that in even real life with Kevin Harvick did it at Kansas, and I believe we had another incident at Charlotte as well. So this is all too common with these stock cars and the slick tires.
Well, TJ Hanley coming down pit road. Your caution sponsor brought to you by Blanchard's Towing. Covering Maine and beyond. Give them a call for all your towing needs at 207-817-0105. Well, look at this. Casey Barlow back to the race lead.
Barlow, the luckiest guy out there right now to make his way back into the race lead with so many cars going a lap down from that caution. Most of them will get the free passes. They already had their pit stops, and the leaders that had not pitted will be able to come around, get their pit stops. But Bryce, that's going to put them back up ahead of the cars that just got the wave around.
Yes, it will. Casey Barlow got a huge break there, being on where he was on pit road when the caution came out, and that's a huge break for anyone that's not a lap down right now.
See a lot of drivers ahead of them. Gonna go and get that wave around.
They will more than likely get the wave around with 1 to green, and most likely we'll have an extension as well because it's hard to get everyone lined back up and caught back up by the time the pace car comes back around.
When you look at it, there's the pace car passing the start-finish line right now. Casey, is this now passing the entrance going into the dogleg there? That's a lot of trucks that have to go around for this wave around.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the beauty of having a caution under green flag pit stops. A lot of trucks are now a lap down. That's all those trucks up there will get the wave around, and they will always attach single file on I believe the inside line. So as long as they keep single filed out and the leaders are able to get situated and everyone's able to get caught up, we'll go green. But until then, we don't know.
Biggest benefactors for these drivers: Barlow, Hanley, Worthington, Duranco, Mason, Smith, Bridges, Brackett, and I believe Blanchard and Twitty will round out the cars that just got the biggest benefits from this one. The top 10, I believe, were the only cars that had not went down pit road yet. Those guys are going to be scored in the top 10 ahead of all the cars that were just beating them before the pit cycle started.
Well, that's the camera that got knocked on his lid. You can see the shadows there when they came by.
And if my memory serves me right, some of these drivers in the top 5 or maybe in top 10 were on pit road as the caution waved. So they were able to get back on the track under caution, and while these drivers in front of them had a pit that were on the track during the caution, they had to come down a pit, which led KC to get the regain.
Well, lights go out. We're going to let them loose next time by here at Texas. You're watching the Dwayne Collins Memorial live on Ultimate Dirt TV.
And all the lap down cars that had just pitted prior to that caution flag waving are making their way around the track to tag onto the back of the field. Barlow chooses the inside this time. Hanley on his outside in that 08 machine. There comes the wave around cars coming off of turn number 4, now tagging onto the back of the field. There's a whole slew of them back there trying to get caught up there, Bryce.
Yeah, this is the beauty of having, like I said, green flag pit stops with cautions involved. Everyone looks like they might be catching up here. I'm listening to race control to see if we might have to extend it here, but it does not look like we will. Casey Barlow looks like he chose the inside lane here, which is the best line to take on a restart here. as the pace car dives out the fields in the hand of Casey Barlow as he launches off and he gets an amazing jump over TJ Hanley. TJ Hanley, like he might have been caught sleeping there. Casey Barlow is at least 5 car lengths ahead heading into turn 1.
Casey Barlow, good jump for him. TJ Hanley in that second spot there. Then you got Alan Duranco battling with the 113 of Daniel Worthington. Give it to Worthington out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway as they continue to battle side by side. CJ Mason there in 5th. He's up 24 spots in starting.
We got trouble in turn number 2. Trouble in 2. Well, that's turn 3. My bad. Turn 3.
And we stay green.
I'm impressed.
Surprisingly staying green. Drivers and race control both calling out the driver wrecking. Top 2 are absolutely flying right now, pulling away from the field. You see Barlow taking a classic move that you see at some super speedways, particularly Pocono, diving down to the inside on the straightaway instead of staying up by the wall, trying to break that draft to stop Hanley from catching up to him. But it doesn't look like it's slowing Hanley down. Hanley's got the stronger truck right now as the last couple laps by. He's just a hair quicker than Barlow.
As you look,
sorry.
no, you're fine. As you look right there is the battle box on the right-hand side. As you look at, see how far Casey Barlow is ahead of him, and Daniel Worthington is behind him.
Yeah, as I'm watching there on the battle clock there, he was just clicking down that time heading on that front stretch. I expect the same thing here on the back stretch. This back stretch here is so draft heavy. As long as you get that draft going into turn 3 and get a good exit on 4, you're going to catch him every time.
It's almost impossible to break that draft down the front straightaway like Barlow's doing, but Barlow's showing veteran moves by breaking it down the back straightaway. That is definitely making it harder for Hanley to catch up, but in turn, it is also causing Barlow to wear his tires down, doing that diving to the inside. There's lane changes doing massive damage on those tires.
Absolutely. Looks like TJ Hanley's able to hold that truck down on the white line a little bit better than Casey is, so it'll be interesting to watch and how that evolves out here in the run.
Then you look at the 113, Daniel Worthington, Alan Duranco, and Logan Smith. Smith in 6th position in an 85 truck, breathing heavily out of turn number 2, looking to the outside of Alan. Had to get on the binders there just a little bit, but you know what? This is a good race for 5th place.
Absolutely. What a run that was out of turn number 4 for the 85 machine of Smith. Looking the outside, it was not able to make a stick through turns number 3 and 4. But around here at Texas, the outside of 3 and 4 can be extremely treacherous and hard to keep your momentum. I find it a little easier usually in turns number 1 and 2 to do it, but 3 and 4, it is extremely difficult.
Well, this person, he got a penalty. He had to serve. He was running up front, and look at this. He is up to 9th position. Bryce, that's pretty good.
Absolutely. He's on a great run. I'm really impressed with how he's able to rebound after a devastating penalty running up front beginning of this race. And hopefully he's able to keep the rest of his race clean, keep his truck clean, and he'll be back up front batting for the lead.
Absolutely. As he is actually got the oldest tires on the track right now in the top 10. He hasn't pitted since lap number 42. And is still showing a lot of speed and a lot of strength out there right now. So we look a little further back. That is going to be the 16 machine of Joey Doucette. Fending off Robbie Richards, one of the fastest trucks that we've seen all night. We've seen him come, and he won the stage flying up through the field at the end of it. Right now, he sits back in 11th position.
All these drivers now are calling out pit road, going on pit road. So if you pit now and get your full tank of fuel, you can now make it to the end of this race. You're now in your fuel window. As long as you have a set of tires here to save, just in case we have a caution. If you go green here, fuel now, you should be good to the end of this race.
We know that caution really helped out Taylor Peacock there. having a misfortune down pit road, spinning it sideways. He's rebounded. He's up to 12th. In the 81 truck, a little further back, you see West there in the 88, currently running 16th. As you see these drivers down pit road, Joey Doucette, Taylor Peacock. As Casey Barlow continues to lead here at Texas.
Several drivers taking their pit stops now. Others look like they're going to hold out a little bit later and try to get the freshest tires to the last final stint. My guess is going to be the last 15 laps is what they're going to be looking for some of these drivers that are running up front right now on fresh tires.
Well, TJ Hanley in that second spot there, closing back up on your race leader, Casey Barlow, as they head down the back straightaway. Looking on board. Oh, he got a little flirtatious to the inside white line. You saw the truck get a little squirrely there.
Yeah, that's that apron I was talking about earlier. You hit that with the wrong end, bottom out that truck, you're going to the wall, or you're going to spin the truck out trying to save it. It was a great save by him.
Absolutely a fantastic save. Sorry, Steve, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Josh Clements, Brad Gebhardt, Travis Ryan Sizemore, all down pit road. For their pit stops as we're coming to complete lap number 84. 85, 15 laps to go. And you know, this is something a little different. Bryce, you probably noticed this last night. Between dirt and asphalt, we're actually on the correct lap on the asphalt. On the dirt, it's one off, isn't it?
You know, I did not pay attention to that last night, and now the next time I do dirt, I'll look at that. But, there's so much going on in dirt, man. It was a whole nother world to broadcast. With SDK wanting to shut down on me every time a heat race started and stuff like that. I've been fighting that, but it was fun. It was fun last night, and I have a lot to learn when it comes to dirt. Let's put it that way.
Well, I can say this: we popped your cherry for that one.
Generally, you popped both my cherries for broadcasting. You did asphalt and you did dirt. So congratulations.
Well, you know, one thing is, don't volunteer for nothing. Casey Barlow out front. TJ Hanley in his hip pocket down the long back straightaway, and there you see CJ Mason. He's up 26 spots in that third position. And look at this, the pass for the lead. Got to make you think that Barlow is headed to pit road.
Oh, I'd watch out pit road there. Looks like Casey Barlow might have got it slowed down there, but that is very close to having a speeding penalty ending his race tonight. But I want to give a huge shout out to CJ, man. He came up there, he was charging those leaders, and then he fell back a little bit here. But for up 27 positions to the start of this race, he's on one heck of a drive.
Look at Daniel Worthington, Alan Duranco, Justin White, and Rod Morris Jr. Rod Morris, we haven't talked much about him. He's up to that 6th position. Haven't made a pit stop yet, but a good run for him right now, as it looks like he's slowing down to come down, possibly down pit road this time, as he does.
Several more drivers calling out their pit stops. Looking at the lap that they're on right now, several of these drivers, gotta say they're more than likely going to go for just fuel and try to stay ahead of the cars that just pitted and took tires and fuel. Get out there, get going, get up there as fast as possible. Some of these trucks on their older tires are still looking strong.
As you look right now, Alan Duranco and Ron Morris on pit road. Ron Morris exiting pit road. TJ Hanley continues to lead here at Texas for the Dwayne Collins Memorial. 10 laps to go.
And I'm looking here on the SDK, and it looks like the battle for the lead after everything cycles out will be Casey Barlow, Robbie Richards, Josh Abbey, and Joey Doucette will all be fighting for the lead here.
it gotta make you wonder, is he going to pit this time, or how much longer can he stay out?
And if he pit on lap 69, which what I'm reading here, he is currently getting ready to end out of his fuel window to be. Even if he pit on lap 69, he will not make it to the end of this race unless he did some major saving.
Well, we saw a fuel race last week where one driver ran out coming to the line, but won it.
I'm still mind-blown on how he's able to save that.
That was, I believe, in the Cup Series, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So it could be done, but I don't know. TJ's just kind of rocking and rolling around this track right now as we're coming to 7 laps to go. Will he pit, or will he try to make it to the end?
I think right now it's too late for TJ or CJ, either one of them, to pit. They're the only 2 drivers that have not pitted yet. I think it's going to be way too late for those 2 drivers to head on pit road. They're going to have to sit there and hang on to it. If they slow down and start checking up right now, they can do it, as the rest of the drivers on the track are a lap down right now. As Casey Barlow actually just unlapped himself. But right now, TJ heading down pit road. CJ still hanging on right now.
CJ Mason, your race leader in the 21 truck. Taking it nice and easy as Barlow, just like BJ said, unlapped himself. Here comes Mason.
And it looks like that.
Go ahead.
It looks like that will elevate Casey Barlow up into the lead. That was one great grilling piss off of him. I'm curious to see. It's like, I don't know if anyone took 2 sets of tires. That was a strategy option for these drivers tonight. It's taking the 2 right side tires only. So I'm curious to see if any of them did that or not. But it doesn't look like that's not the case. So we got a wreck on the backstretch.
Caution flag waves once again with 5 laps to go. This should bring us into overtime. And just to confirm, the top 2 took 2 tires, possibly top 3. 4th place car sitting right now only took fuel. So we take a look at our Blanchard's towing caution NLRA instant replay.
And it was in turn number 3?
Backstretch. Entering 3.
Huh. Let's see here. Was it mid-pack?
I believe so. I have my iRacing set to focus on crashes, so I didn't see who was all involved. I believe I saw Robbie Richards was involved. I want to say it's hard to kind of find out because it happened so quick. I was looking up at my 4th monitor and came down and saw.
Let's see.
Like Dana Worthington, there's came there said he was involved as well.
For some reason, it did not pop up. It just popped up caution under SDK. So let's see here. You said who it was again?
Looks like it was Robbie Richards, Tyler Peacock, Daniel Worthington were all involved, and there is probably more that I am not seeing here. See if I can pull up the replay.
There it is. Robbie Richards and Taylor Peacock involved in that caution.
We'll see here. Looks like the 113 of Worthington comes clear down off the top down into Peacock. Hooks Peacock. Peacock comes to catch Robbie Richards. Not entirely sure what the 113 was doing, if he got loose or if he thought he was going to get the run on Richards and be able to go to the inside there.
Man, I don't know. It's kind of hard to find out what exactly is going on here. He was just driving straight and hooked a hard left into the 81 machine, and which hooked the 48. I don't know, man. I want to see the cockpit view to see what his steering input was looking like. if we have that. Seems like he's getting a little loose here. He's oversteering here. He's heading out to the wall, and so he's holding a straight line here. And I don't know if he lost traction in his rear. Also, the truck just like kicked left there. It's interesting. He's still holding the wheel straight.
Well, tough luck for Taylor Peacock. Robbie Richards involved with that. Three laps to go. Do we bet any money on Casey Barlow winning? Or do we put it on maybe Josh Abbey?
My money is on the early championship favorite, Casey Barlow. He's been good on restarts all night, and he will be the control car on this restart. And it looks like he most likely will choose the inside line here, which has always been the best line on these restarts here at Texas Motor Speedway, even in real life.
BJ, what's your money on?
I'm going to have to lean with Bryce on this one. Casey Barlow's just been so dominant on those restarts. It's going to be hard for anybody else to be able to pull that one off.
Well, Alan, I'm sorry, sir. We wish you luck on the outside of the front row.
But you said the other one was Josh Abbey, was correct?
That's correct.
He will be starting behind Casey Barlow if Casey Barlow does choose the inside line here. So if Casey Barlow does get a little squirrely in turn one, Josh Abbey is right there.
And it does look as though Barlow is choosing the inside. That's going to give Abbey the advantage over Duranko on the outside front row. Barlow, he's had the restarts all night long, and it's been taking the drivers 2 to 3 laps, absolute minimum, to get that run, to get even caught back up to Barlow. And Steve,
Yeah.
we're lights out for a green-white checkered.
Lights are out for the green-white checkered. Hee-haw! Where is that guy? Where is he? Oh, no. 29th. Come on, you let me down.
All right, Bluegrass has 3 green-white checkered attempts. This is 1 of 3.
We're going to do it in 1.
All right. We got Casey Barlow. We got Duranko. We got Abbey. We got Doucette. The pace car pulls down to pit road. The field is in the hands of Casey Barlow. As you wait on him to drop the gear and disappear, as he does, and he gets a clean break here. I think might have had a tire slip up going on the restart there. Casey Barlow gets a 3-truck length advantage heading into turn 1.
Casey Barlow doing exactly what we expected him to do, a massive jump on the restart. It brings Josh Abbey right there with him. Abbey running second, fending off Duranko right now.
Hey, look at that 44 Gebhardt. Battles side by side with Alice. A battle for third. Coming to the white flag, Casey Barlow. 1 lap to go here at Texas for Dwayne Collins Memorial.
The next flag will end the race, no matter if it's the caution flag or the checkered flag. As we got trouble in turn 2, it's like everyone's able to keep her straight, and Casey Barlow pulls away.
The 34 truck, Jason Bridges, having some problems, but out of turn number 4. He's been strong all night. Give it to Casey Barlow. We got action up front. Wow. Brad Gebhardt comes home in second. Alan Duranko third.
What just happened there on the final front stretch? Holy.
You want to talk about action?
Duranko spinning across the line and still manages to bring it home in third.
Oh,
exciting finish once again.
You saw the set get into the inside of him. But this happened a little further back. Josh Clemens comes down, hits the 7. Or 7's Josh Clemens, I'm sorry. Who was that hit him?
Logan Smith in the 85.
All right.
They're almost 4 wide coming off of turn 4. As we learned in Coke 600 last week, or 2 weeks ago now, that does not work, especially on quad ovals.
And there you see Dissect gets into the side of Allen. It's Allen crossed up there. Brad Gephardt comes home in second. Alan Duranco comes home third. Top 3 finish. Joey Dissect in fourth. And Josh Abbey, your top 5. Let's take a look at your results here on the board. Casey Barlow, Brad Gephardt, Joey Dissect, Alan Duranco, Josh Abbey, Justin White, David Brackett, Stephen Choate, and Nathan Mashcroft, and Wes Wingen, your top 10. BJ?
Oh, I was expecting Bryce to take it from there. All right, 11th, we got TJ Hanley. 12th, Ryan Sizemore. Gary Jazorski. I hope, because I forget how to pronounce that one correctly.
You did right. Good job.
All right, awesome. Robbie Richards, Chris Blanchard, Travis Twitty, Ron Morris Jr., CJ Mason, your top 18.
Oh, come on. Oh, that's the grid. Wrong one.
And then it's going to be Daniel Worthington, Josh Clemens, your top 20.
Then 21st, we got Jason Bridges. In 22nd, Kyle Harbin. In 23rd, Tyler Peacock. Logan Smith finishing 24th. Bobby Hall Jr. 25th. In 26th, we got Brian Terry, Josh Lockwood in 27th, and 28th, Ed Osborne. And then 29th, we got Alex Healy. And then 30th, we got Bobby Matiszewski. Here we go. And 31st, we got Keith Hackney. Cody Verl finishes 32. And Michael McCauley finishes 33. And rounding out the field, David Proctor finishing 34th.
All right. We're coming up to post-race interviews with your top 3 here just momentarily. Let's see here. Well, Casey, coming home with the win. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. That one pit stop, did it worry you when the caution came out, or did you like, nah, I got this?
Which one, that last one or the second to last one?
The second last one.
Yeah, second to last one made me nervous a little bit because I thought I was going to get trapped down. But for whatever reason, we were fast enough in and off of pit road. By the time the caution came out, let me pass the pace car, and once we racked them back up, we were at the lead again. So, thank goodness.
Well, definitely this truck, you worked it hard. You had some good runs there. At certain times, certain drivers were a little quicker, and it was like every time they get up to your back bumper, you kicked it up a gear and just took off.
Yeah, I think I was doing something a little bit more as far as saving there in 1 and 2. This track is just with this truck, is so dependent on how you exit turn 2. You know, you can just sit there and eat up your right front and drive all over the top of it on the exit of it if you let it drift up towards the wall, you know. So I was making a very concerted effort to have the tires because I knew if I had tires and somebody got to me, they're going to have to go high, and it was going to be very hard for them to get by me.
Well, Casey, go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you tonight.
Big shout out to my charter owner, Brian Terry, for putting me in the truck this season. Couldn't have done it without him. My teammates in the syndicate, Brian Terry, David Brackett, Cody Verrill. Yeah, man, I mean, big shout out to Bluegrass iRacing Series, Jason Collins for what he does for this series. And you guys in the broadcast booth, obviously, you guys help push this thing along farther. And you know, if it wasn't for everybody that's doing this thing together, it wouldn't be what it is. So big thank you to everybody that's a part of this. And yeah, thank you guys.
You're welcome. Have a good night, sir. Good luck. See you next week.
You too.
That's Casey Barlow coming home with the win. And Bryce, you caught up with our second place finisher.
Hey, Brad, it's Bryce, Steve, and BJ up in the booth. How are you tonight?
Good, man. How you guys doing?
I'm doing very well, man. I'm very impressed with your drive tonight. Sorry, I didn't make a chance to write down any questions. So tonight you had a couple fallbacks. You also came back up to the front. What about tonight and saving tires worked for you?
Honestly, I was just trying to avoid trouble there early. I started, I think, 10th, and, I went ahead and dropped back, waiting for, I really thought it was going to be kind of a war of attrition. But we kept it green for a while and, got quite a few laps on it. So, I was kind of conserving, seeing how long I could save tires, got a good feel for it. I didn't get near the practice I should have in 2 weeks, but, that's part of being busy.
Hey, I totally understand that. On the final pit stop, what was your strategy? Did you end up going for a 4 set of tires, or did you end up going fuel only, or did you get 2 tires?
Well, I was in the pit getting 2 tires. I was in my stall when that yellow came out, so I went ahead and clicked the other side, and picked up the left side since it was already under caution. Rolled around, got the wave around because obviously I was a lap down. But we cycled around and had pretty fresh tires at the start of that.
Well, yes, you did. Do you have any sponsors or family members you want to shout out tonight?
Yeah, for sure. My crew chief, Brodix Nichols, J&J Gaming, my sponsor, my workplace. I want to give a shout out to the High Side Hustlers. They let me kind of hang out with them tonight. Much appreciated. Logan actually kind of let me slide in there. I had a good run. Looked like Doucette didn't have that good a restart, so Logan let me come on down, and I had a good run. And then, obviously, Abby kind of took my line away and held me up. I wasn't going to move him. I was going to give him the opportunity to get moved, but I wasn't going to move him. Then just kind of lost the air on the front of the truck there at the end. It worked out.
Well, yes, it did. Well, Brad, congratulations on a second place finisher tonight, and we will see you next week.
Cool. Appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate you.
All right, that was Brad Giphart. BJ's caught up with your third place finisher.
That's right, Joey Doucette. Joey
you-
Doucette actually coming home in third. It was showing us that Alan Duranka came home in third, and I think, actually, don't remember already. Steve could probably confirm it if it showed on the official results there at the end that he made it in third. But, man, what a finish, just barely edging out Duranka. Yes, it does show. Just barely edging out Duranka there by 4 1,000ths of a second to the line, sliding across the line. What a finish, man.
Oh yeah. It was hectic. Knew we weren't gonna win, but saw the 4 slide up, and then Gebhardt on the outside, and I was like, I'm not letting off. If we're gonna touch, we're gonna touch, and we're gonna slide. So whoever crosses the line crosses the line. So I was flat foot. I wasn't letting off.
Well, it definitely seemed to work for you there tonight, as you were able to pick up that third and final podium position. Man, what a run. Started back in 18th, made your way to third. Walk us through that race a little bit and a little bit through your pit strategy.
Hit the wall during qualifying. That's why I started back there on my second lap. Just run it till basically 20 laps. Didn't take no tires. I think I still got stage points there. Came down, took tires at the stage, ran up there, was battling with Robbie and Casey there for a little bit, and then that caution came out. Casey somehow beat it across the line, so he didn't have to get the wave around, started in front, and I started around like 13th, and saw how many laps were left, and I was going to cut it in half. Didn't cut it in half. I think I did like 12 laps, and then I decided to go down, and I'll see if it worked out. But unfortunately it didn't. But
Hey, I'll take a P3. I mean, last week I got a P2, and in the Xfinity race, so P3 finish second tomorrow, maybe another win. I just some good juju going my way.
Absolutely, and sounds like your mic's starting to cut out on you a little bit there, so I'm going to let you go ahead and thank your sponsors. And
All right, Kinder, Huffman Designs, Blanchard's, my team Misfits, Chris, Robbie, Ed, Taylor, Jason. Heartfelt goes out to Jason, lost his dad. You guys, I rewatched the stream, and you guys do an amazing job. Can't ask for anything better than what you guys put out each week on all 3 series. And I'd like to thank my friends and family, John Fortier. I stream, Bill, my parents, my sister, all my nieces and nephews. So I just appreciate them and let me do what I do. And I think I fractured my thumb there when I hit the wall because I didn't let go after the start-finish line. So I got to probably go get that checked. So
congratulations again on your 3rd place finish. Sorry to hear about your thumb. And hey, thank you for the shout out to us. We always appreciate that. We always like hearing that. It encourages us to do what we do. So congratulations again on your 3rd place finish.
Thanks, Bob. You guys have a great night.
You too.
All right, that's going to round out tonight's Bluegrass Truck Series here at Texas for Dwayne Collins Memorial. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Steve McMillan, along with my comrades, Bryce Hunter and BJ Duvall. We're going to sign off, say good night, God bless. Me and BJ see you tomorrow night. Bryce Hunter, I waited to the very end. He scored. He was really lucky on eBay. He got to score really good on some whitey tidies.
You weren't kidding. I think you were gonna do this, man. You can put me on the spot.
I waited to the end, and he wants to go strut his stuff tomorrow night. So we're gonna allow him. He won't be racing, but he'll be in our thoughts and prayers. That's for sure. Go get him, Cowboy. We'll see you Wednesday night.
Man, I don't know what's worse, doing mighty ties or cleaning out refrigeration cases. So that's tough, man. But appreciate the support.
Or clean them in your whitey ties. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if OSHA will allow that.
Right. Hey, you never know unless you try it, right? If you get a fine, then you know.
Fair enough.
We're going to sign off, say good night, God bless tomorrow night. It's the Xfinity Series. Same time, same place, here live on Ultimate Dirt TV. And we got to thank these fine sponsors. Roasted Jim's Coffee, Kinder Performance, Butt Kicker, Blencher's Towing, Hoppin' Performance, Nitro Racing. For sponsoring the league, thank you for tuning in to Ultimate Dirt TV. Until tomorrow night, good night and God bless.